Всем доброго времени суток, с вами снова я, Ванечек. Сегодня мы продолжаем наше путешествие по миру Хогвартса. Так, остановились мы на первом испытании. Ходим. Надеюсь, выживем. Ну а если не выживем, то уже... Я когда на Т перестану попадать?
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section.
Так, нужно... Нет. Это... Теперь как раз Т. Вот этого. Вот этого. И вот этого.
Revelio.
Ага.
Impressive. That must have done something. Best have a look around.
Что, слепой, что ли? Опа.
Revelio.
А стоять. Подарочки. Обязательно собираем. О, первая арена.
Revelio.
Так, подожди, я подарки собирать пришел. Все, давай.
All traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Блин, это так прикольно сделано. А, вот он этот.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Давай.
Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Что-то тяжеловато. Так, с нуля. Не игра.
Confringo. Incendio.
Да ты... Собака ты такая.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Да, тяжеловато бой дался.
These look familiar.
Accio.
Was it Accio I used before?
Так. Тут у нас что?
Revelio.
Туда можно как-то попасть, но оно нам не надо время тратить. О. Отсценка. Что-то помню, первое испытание такое душное. Ой, нифига себе.
Accio.
What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway.
Revelio.
Так. А,
Accio.
нифига себе.
More statues.
Ой.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. Not making this easy on me.
Не скажу, что было сложно.
Revelio.
Ну а так, да. Достали. Вот первое, самое душное такое испытание.
Accio.
Ага. Ага. Ага, ага. Так. Интересно.
Seems I ought to explore
Интересно.
this archway from both sides.
Что стоим, что надо. Так. Куда мы ее можем поместить так, чтобы мы могли забраться там?
What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Наверное, даже вот так. Ага. Вон подъем. Теперь
I need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
да заткнись ты. Ха, интересно, да? Это головоломка, кстати, со звездочкой. Чтобы понять, как именно вон туда попасть. Ладно.
Revelio.
Все, да? Ага. Запирают за нами.
I'll never get used to these floors.
Господи. Пол из-под ног уходит. Ну. Ой.
Confringo. Incendio.
Как-то мне надоели.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Тебе не повезло. Блин, где ты?
Confringo. Incendio.
Кто там второй?
Confringo.
Что нарисовались, не сотрешь.
Incendio.
Ай.
Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Confringo.
Все, вам хана.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
Ну и что? Кто там в меня не верил? Кто ставки делал, что меня убьют?
Accio. Accio.
Да я понимаю, почему первый раз было так сложно. О, перед боссом, что ли?
Revelio.
Наверное. Только тут такой босс, что двух отваров очень мало. О. Ну, здравствуй, босс.
Don't like the look of this.
Нет.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Интересно.
Confringo.
Фу. Встаньте от меня. Пусть животное.
Confringo.
Ну, и
Confringo.
проиграл.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Или я проиграл. Точно, я же говорил, должен быть босс.
Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
Так.
Places. Expelliarmus.
I'm sorry, извиняюсь.
Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Ну-ка.
Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
26 дня. Блин. Куда-нибудь начну попадать.
Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo.
Опа.
What a relief.
Revelio.
Ну все, первый босс есть.
Another pensive.
Сейчас смотрим красивую историю.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Ну чё?
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Revelio.
Давайте поговорим. Фигом.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You'll need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then,
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Да-да. Чоба.
Before you go,
Что надо? Говори.
Professor?
have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path.
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
А, это... Очаги древней магии искать по миру. Раз осень. Ой. Башенки. На кроватке. Так, стоять.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
I should ask Sirona.
I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Stop by the shop when you can.
Yeah.
I hope you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter
Oh.
at your earliest
Кайф.
convenience. I
Наконец-то.
believe that we may be able to help each other.
Еще? Всё? Отлично. Так. Фокусирующая Максима и Дуру. Сейчас сделаем. Это новая метла, ключи. Ага. Все понятно. Экс. Давайте. Так, нет. Сейчас мы кое-что проверим. Зелье невидимости. Это надо приобрести. Фокусирую. Так, зелье максима есть. Эдурус есть. Фокусирующее нужно. Хорошо. Нам теперь Хоксми. Вот сюда. Сейчас все сделаем. Пойдем к каким-нибудь гоблинам наваляем. Или они нам.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Да.
A wise decision. Thank you. Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Так.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Фокусирующие Максима и Дурус. Ага. Это у нас фокусирующие Максима и Дурус. Отлично. Так, а теперь нам еще.
Here you found a bit of treasure in the forest.
Поганки еще. Это вот тут, что ли? Да блин.
Welcome. Come on in.
Welcome.
Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
Нет. Прощай.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Это у нас чуть-чуть. Вот тут, по дорожке. Ой.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though. Let's
Yes.
have you leave here.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just scolding some of the plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to a tray. By the way, Beatrice Green is the name, but you may address me as Madam Green. Welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock the mandrakes.
Я за ней пришел.
Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need to stock so many of the little dears. Except, of course, for curses. And, well, if you've been petrified, then obviously you've come to the right place. Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop dead, and I'm in no mood for a clear-up.
What do you have for sale?
Можно. Надеюсь.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Все. Мне больше от тебя ничего не
Doors
надо.
always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Экс. Так, заданием. И чеснок. Тентакулу испытать в деле и мандрагору испытать в деле. Их вообще 6 штук. Ага. Экс. Ну, жертвы. Блин. Кому навалять? Кагава. Там еще вон сколько изучать всего прекрасного. Но я хочу кому-нибудь навалять. Пойдемте. Да? Ну-ка, фу. Какие бесячие цветы. Это тут лагерь бандитов. Пойти вынести его, что ли? А, вон гоблины. Так.
The Ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark arts. Nope.
It's you who interfered with us and that woman, isn't it? The one fixated on Merlin. Shouldn't meddle in other people's affairs. Let's get this over with, shall we? I have things to do. Potato! That was a mistake.
Так, стоять.
Assignment's all finished.
Угу. Подождите. Задание. Так, шарп это фокусирующее зелье. Так, ждите меня. Так, а это у нас...
Why not simply potato? Incendio! Feel a burning sensation. Confirm your card.
You may want to move.
Стоять.
Excellent. You will blizzard. Confringo.
Кто там еще живой?
Revelio.
Спасибо, что вы тут есть. Давайте смотрим, что мы выполнили. Зельеварение, травология. Карта. И нам сюда. Посетим сейчас травологию, посетим.
Wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Так. Блин. Пробел нажал вместо F.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a Wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your Wigan trees.
Отлично. Так. И бежим на зельеварение. Это, наверное, последнее задание на сегодня. my interest.
Potions when Professor Sharp is so
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander.
Ой, самое простое заклинание.
You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the... I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here. Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Чё? Не хочешь со мной разговаривать?
Revelio.
И не сильно и хотелось. Такс. Что мы тут? Выпустите меня. Ну что мы? На сегодня, наверное, будем заканчивать. Нам твари, гоблин. Левитирующим враги. Так. Но я думаю, мы с этим займемся уже в следующей части. Давайте сегодня сохраним игру. Всем спасибо за просмотр, подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, не забывайте про комментарии. Ну а я с вами прощаюсь ненадолго. Всем пока-пока.